Hi guys, so I had sort of a hard time this week trying to decide on what to do for this weekend shows. Really hard. So, do you think I should just do a news segment on how Jelly Bean has overtaken Gingerbread now, or should I just interview another Android developer? Grandma? But then I had a vision from the Android gods.
Wake up, Jace. Wake up, Jace. You've interviewed hacker schools, rated hacker schools, sadly even rapped about hacker schools. But now, Jace, now you must spread the good news and tell the people about a hacker school for our beloved Android.
If I do this, can I get an early version of Key Lime Pie?
Do it or I'll install a ROM on your device like a rookie and brick your phone.
No need to get nasty.
This episode of XDA Developer TV is brought to you by Sony Mobile and the new Sony Xperia Tablet Z, now on sale at store.sony.com/tablet. Be sure to check out Sony Mobile's YouTube channel at youtube.com/Sony Xperia Dev.
Developer World.
Welcome back, XDA crowd. My name is Jace, and today we do what I've been wanting to do for a long time, and that is find a hacker school that is solely focused on the Android platform, namely building and teaching software developers that are Android wizards. And we did it. We speak to the co-founder of Delta Program, Adam Lupu, who is not only the co-founder, but a learning architect. Pretty cool. So we talked to Adam about their tuition, their business model, what a day in the life for a student is like, their teaching program, and how they help you get a job, all the good stuff. But this is the condensed 10-minute highlight version. For those of you who are really serious and want to look at the full hour version, you can go to my channel, How to Become TV, and you can watch the full extended version there. Number two, last week I gave out my email and I got a lot of email, and that's good. I'm really glad I got the email. No problem. Keep emailing me and asking questions. But what I couldn't do is respond to all of them. There was a lot. But I did observe that in every case, people were asking questions that have already been answered in the videos. But that's okay, I get it. You know, this is a big decision, deciding which career you want to pursue, and you want as much feedback and you know, as possible. I get it, that's no problem. But what I was thinking, instead of responding to 60 or 70 emails in a week, it might be good to resurrect the live chat that I once did on my channel. We can do it on my channel or possibly XDA, I don't know. But if you guys are interested in some sort of live hangout chat, let me know in the comments below, and we'll see what we can do if that's somewhat helpful to you. Here we go. You guys are gonna love it.
We avoid you know, stand and deliver, or you know, as they call it in my field, sage on the stage. We're not here to kind of talk at you. We're not here to like download knowledge to you. It's much more of a collaborative process. So the way it works is you get just as much time building real applications and working on actual fundamental skills. Where you're getting your fingers dirty, you're working on it with your peers, you're learning from them, you're learning from the experts in the room. I'm there to help kind of guide and coach the participants through this process, so they never really feel like they're stuck and isolated. We remove those pieces of the equation. So it's not like, okay, read this, then do this homework. It's much more like, you know what we're going to talk about today? We're going to talk about memory management. How does that work? And then we do exercises together, we collaborate on it, and then we reflect on our learning, and you get to kind of see how that perspective, like I was talking about, how that perspective changes from the novice to the expert. You need really three things to be successful at a program like this, or even just as an Android developer. The first is you really need to be passionate about making this a career for yourself. You know, you want to not just be dabbling, but you want to really be understanding what are the professionals doing and how can I do it better. And then obviously you're going to need a desire to learn both on your own and in collaboration with others. It's not going to work if you just try to learn by yourself. It's not going to work if all you're ever doing is pair programming, for instance. So you need both. And the third piece is, ask yourself, do you have a real attention to detail when it comes to refining processes? When it comes to making things kind of better? Do you look at systems or strategies, and do you say, okay, how can we make this just a little bit better? That really actually ends up being the indicator as to success as a developer, more than any of the commonly associated things, mathematics or video games or any of those cliches that you'd associate with it. It's actually much more this attention to detail and refinement of process. So we actually prefer the checkout clerk who's optimized their bagging processes and the fastest in their store than the mathematician who liked numbers, so they went and got a degree in math. That makes it much more richer experience for those who are actually like, okay, where in the process can I make it better? That translates very well to development. So it's 1 month of prep at home, guided by us, and then 2 months on site, full time, full immersion in the job-like environment, and then 3 months of career coaching. So I like to think of it as a 6-month program. The people who want to say it's an 8-week program, yeah, that's how long you're here, but it really is about a 6-month commitment in order to see the results that you really want to see. So the operation is generally 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And it's divided into missions. So we challenges, projects, we call them missions. And you basically make your way through these missions, and they're organized in such a way where you go on the fundamentals that you need from the actual process of building the applications, implementing features, what Java syntax do you need to understand, how do you debug, how do you refactor. These missions are kind of designed around what developers do, professional developers do normally every day. And so as we go through these missions together, we often take time to pause and reflect on what we're learning and kind of rewrite and reconstruct what we like to call this knowledge map that each person starts with. So the actual first mission is build your knowledge map. What do you know already that you think applies to learning Android development? What do you think you need to know without going on Google or searching or asking anybody? So what do you think you have to know? And then the third piece is kind of adding to that with okay, now do a search. Make a list of the things that you find when you're reading on the Android developer websites, the forums, whatnot. What else do you think is out there that you just maybe don't have any clue about? And then with those 3 lists, we start to make this map. And as they go through the missions, each participant gets to kind of really visually identify how they're changing how they think and what they're capable of. We took a look at what it would be for us to commit 6 months to our participants and support them in this way. And in order for us to make it sustainable and for us to lower the cost as much as possible so that it's sustainable for their participants, we arrived at the number of $9,700. So that's our tuition. Now there are ways to, there are opportunities to kind of get tuition reimbursement. We have 2 programs. One is our work study program, which it's basically building applications for nonprofits and other organizations that may not be able to hire professional developers, so they work with our students. And then the other program is kind of community engagement. We've noticed that a lot of people want to talk about what they're doing and talk about what they're learning and be an advocate for tech education. So that's another way to get a tuition reimbursement when you're kind of going out to high schools and other communities that we may not have access to. Technically, applications for our current program starting August 5th are closed. But if you're watching this video, I'm happy to relax the rules a little bit. If you're interested, you can go to deltaprogram.us, find out more about us. And if you're really interested in applying, do so now. And if we can get you in soon and you're willing to fully commit to getting the month of prep work done in a couple weeks, it's about 60 hours of work. If you're interested in doing that, we can definitely kind of roll you into the application process for now. Otherwise, check us out. Like us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. Again, it's deltaprogram.us is our website. And you can find out more information. We're always happy to answer questions, too. I've had a lot of applicants who, or just people who've actually, emailed us and said, oh, well, how do I do this on my own? And what steps can I take? They're not ready for an immersive program, or they're, it's not the right timing for them. And we like to help them, too. We like to encourage them and kind of get their questions. So, again, now is the time to act if you want to apply. And if you're interested to learn more and want to continue the conversation with us, we're open to that too.
Ooh, that left a mark.